guys, so Supergirl is the second installment in the James Gunn DC universe. It's about Supergirl having a good life until Grimm of the Yellow Hills kidnaps Crypto. Kidnaps Crypto, and from there, Grimm ends up killing this little girl warrior's family. So Kara and this little girl team up to defeat Grimm of the Yellow Hills. So Supergirl. So yeah, man, I was kind of hyped when this movie was announced. Because I really like the 2025 Superman movie. I actually really had a good time with it. So I think this James Gunn DC universe is just gonna be so fun, especially that we have Man of Tomorrow coming up. So I went in this movie and I think my thoughts are going to be very complicated. But let's get into the pros first, before we get into those awful cons. So the pros, the costume designs are really, really good, especially Supergirl's suit. It's just an amazing suit that I really love. But yeah, so, speaking of Superman, I think his character in here was not too bad. We're gonna get into a lot of flaws I have with the characters in a bit, but I thought his character in here was not that bad. But I think they used his character to the right amount. I don't think they used him too much, and I don't think they used him too little, just the right amount. And yeah, and also the visuals in this movie, I like the visuals. I don't think they're half bad. I like the camera shots in the movie too. It's a pretty nice looking movie. And that's kind of what got me entertained with the movie, which I wasn't entertained with the actual movie itself, just the visuals. But again, we're gonna get into that once we get to the cons. But yeah, so I was happy about that. And also the performances in this film, mostly from Lobo, which is played by Jason Momoa. I think his character in this movie is so good. And his character is actually not bad. The acting of Jason Momoa though, oh my gosh, it's so good. And the other cast are not half bad either. I think he's just the best one though, which is weird because a man is the best in a Supergirl movie. That's just kind of weird, but whatever. So yeah. But now we have to get into the cons of the movie. And I have a lot. But let's get into it. So first off, with the storyline of Crypto getting kidnapped by Grimm of the Yellow Hill. Oh my gosh, it's the most generic thing ever. And there was like one part in the movie where it was supposed to be emotional, but in that part, I was rolling my eyes and laughing. It was just not emotional, so generic. Oh my gosh. There's like, I'm not trying to spoil it, but there's like this one part in the movie that was supposed to be emotional, was supposed to make you feel bad. But I was just rolling my eyes and laughing, trying to hold my laugh so I don't become an annoying person and get kicked out of the theater. But oh my gosh, I just wanted to, oh my gosh. It was not emotional at all. But let's get into the villain himself. The villain himself, I'm going to be very honest. I think it is literally the most generic, cliche villain from comic book movies in the last 20 years. I'm going to say it. Hate me all you want, but I'm going to say it. The villain in this movie, his whole plan is, the whole idea of this villain is that he kidnaps the dog, and then he kidnaps Crypto, and he takes girls to like his lair and turns all the girls into wives. What are we dealing with? Oh my gosh. And something else about the movie, in this movie, cliche, the story. The humor in this movie is good, but dang, they just focus too much on the humor of the movie instead of the actual story. What? I feel like they put more effort into the humor of the movie instead of the actual story. The actual story is just cliche, but the humor, creative. I was like, okay, like this is what you should learn. DC or whoever worked on this movie, take notes, please. You focus on the story before the humor. You have a good story, a creative idea, a good story, then you focus on the humor, the animation if you're doing an animated film, and yeah, the story always comes first. Okay? Okay. I just had to point that out. I know they're not watching, but I just had to point that out. But yeah, and something else about this movie. The character development, I already said the acting was good. But the character development itself is just oh my gosh, I was mad. The character development in this film is just so oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. The character development in this film is literally so emotionless and cliche. Like, I expected by the end of the movie, I'd be like, Supergirl, alright! But no, I did not say that. I had no emotion for these characters. I was so bored in this theater. So bored with the characters. The characters never got me on board. I was literally not even focusing. Like, if I had a notepad over there and I could actually see, I'd literally doodle on it. Because this movie is, boring and it's just so generic, but it's oh my gosh. It's not good. But yeah, man, it's just not fun. It's not a fun movie. And yeah, so it's just what the heck? Superman himself and Lobo are probably the saving graces of this movie. Superman himself, they could have done a little better, but still, Superman himself and Lobo were the saving graces of this movie. Not even Supergirl herself. Nobody in my theater cared about her. It's just Superman and Lobo. This could have been their movie. Oh my gosh. It could have been Supergirl's movie if it was good, but it's not good. Man, it's just, and the alien warrior, oh my, the warrior or whatever, is just, oh my gosh. This movie made me mad.